Here we are at Comic-Con 2009. When we get Mrs. Fields, this is fucking nuts. Well, I'm about halfway through the line or whatever. I'm probably about a third of the way, halfway maybe. It's for a number of things, all in Hall H. It's for Peter Jackson and James Cameron. That's the one I want to go to. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to get into the Star Wars one. I just didn't ever anticipate that it would be this huge. This is insane. It's so hot. You know, of course, I'm dressed in maroon and brown. But the days so far has been pretty good. It's been very crowded, even more crowded than last year. And yeah, I guess I'll let you guys know if I'm actually getting in or not. I'll post this tonight. I'm in Hall H. I just saw the District 9 panel with Peter Jackson, Neil Blomkamp, and it was awesome. And now I waited around so I could see the Star Wars Spectacular will air on G4 tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get a question in, and if I don't, I might get a question in the next panel after that, which is James Cameron and Peter Jackson. So wish me luck.
We've all loved John Williams' classic scores for all the films, haven't we, for a long, long time? So you can imagine how thrilled I was when they asked me if I would host what I kind of assumed was a concert with film clips. Yeah. We went to the O2 Arena in London. This thing was not a concert with clips. It was indescribable. It was massive. I was finding that I was telling one of the greatest stories, one of the most beloved stories of all time. It was frightening. It was all live. There would be no retakes. Well, there we were rehearsing. I rehearsed the words and Dirk rehearsed the orchestra and the choir, syncing the music live to the picture. The camera people framed our shots so that we would appear on this massive screen behind us. The laser people shot colored lights around us as Steve Cohen, who you saw there, put all the elements together, and it became magical. And finally, we were finished, and the set moved into the arena. And the curtain went up and indeed down. Magic. And then at the end, a standing ovation. Now, English people don't stand, they don't make standing ovations. this crowd did for both nights.
Hey everyone! We're really excited to be here.
What's going on, everybody?
But what about Bane? Master Obi-Wan shall pursue the bounty hunter, while to Felucia you and your Padawan will go.
As you wish, Master. Not to worry, Anakin. Once I've dealt with Bane, I shall rendezvous with you on Felucia. All right. Come on, Ahsoka.
I'd rather go off the... Oops, sorry. Take two. I'd rather go after the bounty hunter.
I'd rather go after Padme and... yeah! Never mind. Let's go!
Peter Jackson and James Cameron. If there's not enough 3D cinemas, do you get sick of this? Can you tune out that kind of BS, or does it energize you?
It's just all too hard. I think we should just stop.
Yeah. But you'd think, I would think that your track record would suggest you could be bet on, and it would turn out okay.
In my case, I couldn't have gotten Avatar made if I hadn't made Titanic.
Right.
And the films that went before that, so track record does count for something.
Right. Have you ever had moments in the middle of filming where you turned to Fran or John Lando, whomever, and said, you know what, this can't be done, and wanted to take a nap and go home?
I want to hear his answer. Because I've never turned to Fran.
I'm glad to hear it.
Not really, because I think that no, because part of the fun of filmmaking, because ultimately it's fun, and the fun is problem solving. It's a puzzle, and the challenge of making a film is to I don't want to say do the impossible, because that kind of sounds a bit egotistical. But if something's difficult and you immediately think, gosh, how are we going to do that? Then the fun of and the reason why you're doing it is solving that problem and figuring out a way to put it on the screen, and that's why it's such a fun being a filmmaker.
It's a question of what's possible and what's not possible. The area that interests me is there's what's clearly possible because it's been demonstrated by others.
Mm-hmm.
That's not interesting. Been done.
Right.
There's the clearly impossible, and you'd be mad to try it. And then there's a zone in between where what is impossible today might become possible in a year.
Right.
That's where I like to be.
Right.
Because that's where you're going to do something nobody's done before.
Right.
Well, I just got out of the James Cameron and Peter Jackson panel, and I blew it to ask my question. They had a Q&A afterwards, or they had a Q&A, and I thought I could just raise my hand and get a question asked, and they would give me a microphone. But apparently there's a little area you go to ask the question, so I totally blew that, and I looked like a total idiot. And yeah. But of course, the panel was amazing, and I'm really proud to have been sitting there in the fourth row, and it was very memorable, and they were so smart and thoughtful for the fans and everything, and James Cameron's a total badass.